Okay, so let's get to work on creating a site that's similar to this with the requirements that were stated. And that was to create a title that has a suitable font family and any color of my choice, then a couple of paragraphs, one in italics saying if I'd like to learn more, then with a decorated link for an email address. So I'm going to start here from scratch, run through this very quickly. So as always, for best practice, I'm going to create a new folder in here. I'm going to call this product page. So in here I'm going to create my index.html, just the home page. That's what I'm going to call it. And then this. So often for the CSS page, for the main styling, you basically just want to have main.css. That's good practice. So I'm just introducing these things to you slowly. So I've got index.html and main.css. So let's get started. I'm just going to put in HTML, put in h1 tag here, and I'm going to say for this, let's go for new AI car coming soon. And then the main.css, I'm just going to style h1, and let's go for the font family to start with, and let's go for sans serif. Okay, fantastic. So this is all just so I can test that everything's working together. So I'm going to link this in. Have this as main.css. Okay, so let's try opening this now. Go into desktop CSS. Okay, let's try opening our main page, index.html. Okay, so that seems to be working. Just to be sure, let's add a background color. Let's go for brown or something just for now. Cool, okay, that looks great. So what I want to do, first of all, let's get our background color. So for this, I'm just to show you, I'm going to use the same background color as here. So how do I find out what the background color is? Well, there are a number of different ways, but one easy way to do is I can use a Google Chrome extension. If you're using Google Chrome, it's quite useful. It's called Colorzilla. So it's just up here, and all I have to do is click here, and then I can do select here, and then I can click anywhere, and it will show me what the color is. So as you can see at the top right there, just in the top, if I click here, it's now copied to my clipboard. So if I paste here now, it will actually automatically change to that. Perfect. But we're actually looking for the blue. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so I'm just going to select this. As you can see, it's changed nicely to that. Fantastic. But we want the background to actually be on the whole thing, not just the header. So let's put body, and then put the background color in here. But what we do want as well is for this title to be in the middle of the screen, not on the left. So if you remember from one of the recent lectures, we use something called text align, and this is so useful. Text align center. Easy as that. Now if I refresh the page, we have the background color all over, and fantastic, we have this in the middle with the font family that we want. Okay, now let's create a paragraph. So all I'm going to do to save time is just say, this is a car coming soon, powered by AI. How cool is that? It's going to be awesome. Okay. So let's see how that's looking. Okay, fantastic. And you know what? I'm going to copy and paste this one more time, or twice more. So that goes over to more than one line. And then I think it would look nice if we indented it, so that if this first sentence here, if it moved over to the right a little bit, it might just look a bit nicer. So for this, I'm just going to put P, and this is obviously an extra, not a requirement that we were talking about, but just to remind you of the text indent as well. I'm just going to do 10 pixels in. Great, it just looks a little bit nicer. I might actually increase that to 20. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is to create this in italics. So we want another paragraph. So we don't need to use styling for italics. We can just put another paragraph in here. For more details, please get in contact. And then I'm going to put all of this in italics. And if you remember from earlier on in the course, in the HTML, we can use I, which stands for italics. Oops. Just close this here. Okay. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Although what would be nice is if we could also have a different font color for this. So let's just check out what color this is. Okay, fantastic. We already have the value of the pink here. So let's just stay with those colors. So we're going to put this as color, and there we go. Except we want to have a hash here. Okay, let's try that. Okay, looking good. I wouldn't mind the font being larger for the paragraphs, so let's go and do font size. Let's go for 16 px. Sometimes you just have to put in a number, see how it looks. And if it's not looking great, we can go for a bit more. See what 30px looks like. Maybe a bit too big, so let's go for 20. Okay, fantastic. So finally, we just want to add in at the bottom here. We want to put in our URL, which we're going to use anchor as the tag. href can be anything you like. Let's just go for j@j.com. So if they click it, then it will take them to probably their Outlook or something like that to send the email. And then just put j@j.com. Okay. So now we have that here. Okay, what we want to do, just for practice, is we want to actually style this so that it's smaller than any of the other text. So we're not going to use P for that, obviously. We're going to have to use A. So we're going to put the font size as something ridiculously small, just to show how it works. So there we go. All we had to do was style the A instead of the P, and it worked okay. Fantastic. Okay, and then let's put the H1, let's use cursive again here. Or no, let's put cursive in here. So then we have styled two different things. Okay, fantastic. It doesn't look exactly how you'd want a car one to look, so I don't think I'll go for cursive in the end. Let's go for another one. Let's go for monospace. Let's see what that looks like. Cool, that looks a bit better. I like monospace because it kind of looks like a good AI font. So anyway, we've managed to meet the requirements, and so what we've done here is we've looked into creating a background, and we were using something called Colorzilla, which is awesome, very helpful for us to pick colors off different websites. We looked into aligning our text in the center for the title, and then we looked into a number of different things such as creating our font size, the font family, indenting, and creating the color. So hopefully you found that relatively easy. If not, feel free to give it another try, and I'll see you in the next lecture.